Nutrition this time did work 100%. We didn't miss weight like last time.
But what does he have to do, right? Obviously, he is ranked #1.
He's here. You know what I didn't do? We haven't cut him. We're not sideways with him. We don't dislike him.
Arman Tsarukyan has officially admitted it. He missed weight, and now the real reason Dana White was absolutely furious with him is about to be revealed. It's not just a slip-up. This is a game changer for Arman's future, and UFC fans everywhere are on edge. Some are still holding on to the idea that Arman was unfairly robbed of a title shot, but others are starting to realize the bigger truth he's just spilled. Stick around, because the drama's about to explode. But the thoughts might have changed now.
Kappa Nutrition is a bull. Don't work with the...
Look how he laughs.
Kappa Nutrition this time did work 100%. We didn't miss weight like last time.
But wait, is this a strategic move or a massive blunder? Arman may have just unintentionally unleashed a firestorm, and now fans are torn. Some believe it's a joke, but others think he deserves that title shot more than ever. Meanwhile, Dana White has come out to clear the air. There's no beef. Arman is still in the game, but the road to redemption is long. Arman isn't out, but is he in?
I understand, because it's not just the weight cutting. You know, the fan incident, he headbutted Dan Hooker. Like, there's a lot with Arman that's kind of...
I think Paddy Pimblett laid it out pretty well.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Paddy sort of gave me the layup there. But what does he have to do, right? Obviously, he is ranked #1.
He's here. You know what I didn't do? We haven't cut him. We're not sideways with him. We don't dislike him.
I'm sure he's aware of where you feel about it right now as well.
Yeah, well, listen, it is what it is. It's not like I've confronted Arman, and you know, yeah. Arman's a man. He knows how this played out. He knows how this all went down behind the scenes. He knows.
Behind the scenes, Dana's dropping bombs. You have no idea what really went down. That's right, there's more to this story than Arman just missing weight, and Dana's not spilling all the tea. The media, they're just amplifying the chaos, but Dana's keeping the real dirt in-house. And let's be real, with UFC politics swirling, everyone's got their own spin. Dana keeps things tight, but you can bet he knows exactly how this plays out.
We all know. I don't ever talk about this publicly, because you guys are like a bunch of old ladies, and you know, anything that you can get clicks on and keep bringing up and all this shit. A lot of man shit happens in this fucking business, and we keep it between us men, and we, you know, it is what it is.
I did enjoy you.
Now you guys will come out and say, oh, why is he getting... Arman knows.
Then, just when you thought it couldn't get more intense, PFL champion Usman Nurmagomedov steps in. He's not holding back. He's calling for Arman Tsarukyan to get his well-deserved title shot. Why is the UFC stalling? Ilia Topuria's been stalling too, and Usman is losing his mind over this whole interim title situation. Arman's been overlooked, and it's time for the UFC to stop playing games and give the man his chance. Despite deserving the chance.
I don't know, now in UFC have like some interesting situation too with Arman Tsarukyan. He's contender #1, and somebody have some beef with his wife. He asked to some like he asked about like, hey, I'm gonna be fix my deal with my family, with his wife. He go out, they make like new like how we call this belt?
Interim belt.
Interim belt. And for the interim belt, fighting the guy from England who have last 3 opponents with like no one of them have win streak like.
Yeah. 0-13, I think.
Yes.
But things aren't adding up. Armin's being left in the cold while fighters like Paddy Pimblett, who can't seem to string together a solid win, get all the spotlight. So why the sudden shift? Armin's the clear contender, and now fans and fighters alike are scratching their heads. What happened to the UFC's commitment to the best fighting the best? Armin's story is becoming a full-blown crisis, and it's time to ask the tough question. The lightweight division right now is Arman Tsarukyan.
I understand this is good for media, but you know, like when I'm thinking like UFC, the place is where is for now like where is the best fighters in the world fighting each other. It's calling like that, best fighters, not who more popular, not like best fighters. Like, but I don't know like what there is happen.
Yeah.
But my opinion in UFC in the right now, number one in lightweight division, it's Arman Tsarukyan.
Meanwhile, Dan Hooker weighs in. He's not buying Ilia Topuria's excuse for avoiding Arman. You heard that right? Hooker's got the inside scoop. Fighters aren't just avoiding Arman because they're scared, but because his style is a nightmare. Arman is that opponent no one wants to face, and now the whole lightweight division is trying to dodge him like he's a freight train.
He's been calling out Ilia. Who would fight? Who would win that fight, you reckon?
Oh, I think there's a reason that Ilia doesn't really want to get in the octagon with him. I think Arman's a problem, and it's everyone in the division is kind of ducking him at the moment. You know, Ilia's taking some time off, and then the other two don't want to fight him. Paddy and Gagey, they both don't want to fight Arman, so now they're fighting each other. So he's kind of just left in the lurch. Maybe I'll get past BSD, and I think I'll be the only guy to put my hand up to run it back with Arman. Who cares?
Then the plot thickens. Islam Makhachev believes Arman should have been next in line for a title shot, but now he's stuck waiting while the UFC turns its focus to Gaethje versus Pimblett. Another year on the sidelines? That's the painful reality for Arman. He's earned his shot, but will the UFC actually give it to him, or will they keep pushing him to the back of the line?
Как тебе ситуация в легком весе? И с Арманом в частности?
То, что дали это Гейчи, да, конечно. Не знаю, пусть люди, пусть организация обижается, но сейчас непонятные, все больше непонятных боев для меня. Я не знаю, я думаю, конечно, что Арман должен был драться за пояс. Но, не знаю, я не сейчас, если Арман... Ну, будем честны, Арман сейчас не подерется. Подерется Пимблett с Гейджи. Кто бы из них не выиграл, подерутся с Топурией. Это еще год должен Арман выстаивать. Не знаю. Тяжелое, конечно. Но у меня тоже было так же в карьере. Я 10 боев провел, чтобы добраться до пояса. 10 победных боев. Арман, наверное, надо чуть подождать, потерпеть теперь.
Not backing down, Daniel Cormier throws his full support behind Arman, calling for the UFC to stop playing games and give the man his title shot. But Cormier's not just backing him up because he's a fan. He sees something the UFC is overlooking. Arman's ground and pound might just be the best in the entire UFC. That's right, Arman's got a weapon that no one's talking about, and it's making him the most dangerous fighter in the division.
What a masterclass.
He looked great. I was so surprised.
When you're going to fight a guy like Merab, like, that is the masterclass.
For sure.
Put on a clinic.
I didn't think he was going to be able to do that for 5 rounds. I thought he'd have one, maybe max 2, and I thought Merab was just going to do what Merab does. I was so wrong.
Bro, his training camp must have been hell.
Had to.
Had to be hell.
Had to.
I mean, he must have done some. I mean, it looked like it. I saw some videos of it. It looked like he was doing some wild strength and conditioning and plyometrics, and he knew what he was in for. That's the thing. If you're going to fight a guy like Merab, it's like, you know what the mountain is. You ready to climb it?
For sure.
And the first time they fought, apparently he had a fucked up right hand.
That's what I heard.
He couldn't grapple with it, and he couldn't throw punches with it. So I rewatched the fight after he said that. I was like, oh, he's barely using it. Like, barely using his right hand.
Made sense, right?
Totally makes sense. And then also psychologically, if you only got one hand, that everything, now you have to think.
Right.
You know, you can't really throw combinations. You have to think.
But what about Ilia Topuria? Cormier sees fireworks when Arman and Ilia meet in the octagon. This isn't just a fight, it's personal. These two have a history, and that bad blood will make for one of the most intense lightweight matchups in recent memory. But will Arman's skill set be enough to dethrone Ilia? It's a fight that could change the lightweight division forever, and it's only a matter of time before it happens.
There was nothing really that really hurt Petr Yan from Merab Dvalishvili. Yeah, he got a couple right hands, but it was nothing that was, that I got stuck by with Peyton Talbot. He stuck to his ground. He stayed in the center, and he fought him there. I think this says a lot about Petr Yan. He became champion in year 2020. Yeah, he won the belt because I retired, so he won it in 2020, and then to come back, bro, 5 years later and be crowned as champion, bro. Kudos, man. I did not think that thing was possible, dude. Honestly.
Meanwhile, Renato Moicano isn't holding back. Arman's ground and pound is a thing of beauty. It's clinical, it's brutal, and it's terrifying. You don't see fighters like this in the UFC anymore. Moicano's calling it Arman might just be the most efficient, most damaging fighter in the entire lightweight division. So why the hell is the UFC ignoring him? Pushing all the way to the end despite the damage.
He was getting pieced up. He had got hit with a couple body shots. His recovery is wild. How he's able to recover off those shots. Real fighters know when you get hit in the liver, clean shot. 90% of you guys drop to a knee, folds. He was making noises, but he was still standing. He had no quitting. He was going all the way to the end. His corner was a little bit weird. When they were telling him that we think you're winning 2-0, 3-0, and then even in the 5th round, they said Petr Yan's supposed to come out hard. I think it should have been Merab coming out hard, but Aljo came out saying that he admitted the same thing where he didn't know what he was watching. Could have been 2-2 or 3-2. He didn't see 4-1. I didn't see 4-1. I definitely thought Petr Yan was winning.
And just when you think the Arman saga couldn't get any more explosive, Joe Rogan finally drops his thoughts on Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan. This fight was a masterclass in execution, and Rogan's not holding back. He's laying it out. Merab's dominance was something else. But then the story takes a turn. Rogan's pointing out that Jan was dealing with an injury in their first fight, and now it all makes sense. Would be ideal.
UFC დამიკავშირდა და მითხრა რომ გთხოვ დაისვენე რამდენი ხანით შენ გინდა შემდეგ ბრძოლობ კამარზე იანთან რევანში დაისვენე რამდენი დროც გინდა აიღე და როცა მზად იქნები დაგვირე და სავარაუდოდ მათ უნდათ ბრძოლა გამართონ ზაფხულში მაგრამ მე არ მინდა ზაფხულამდე მოცდა მე აი კიდე გემები გარდა ნაკაწრებისა ამ ბრძოლიდან ნიშნულოვანი ტრავმა არ მიმიღია რა და მოკლედ მე ადრე მაწყობ ბრძოლის დანიშნა და ალბათ რა ვიცი გაზაფხულზე ან აპრილში რა მოკლედ კარგი იქნება თუ დამეშტოა და შეიძლება ბრძოლა დანიშნოს ზაფხულში.
We can't forget Henry Cejudo's take on Petr Jan's comeback. 5 years after first claiming the title, Jan has done the unthinkable. He's back at the top. Cejudo admits he didn't think it was possible, but Jan's mental toughness and growth have been nothing short of spectacular. This comeback has been one for the history books, but will it be enough to reclaim the championship?
Who does Merab fight next if he doesn't fight Peter?
How can he not fight Peter? I feel like. Nah. I get that.
I feel like there's no doubt that Merab gets that rematch.
I don't think so.
No?
He just got 50. He just 45.
Yeah.
They're dominating.
Yeah, but he dominated the first one, so why would they not run it back?
Why would they?
Peter's hand was broken.
Yeah.
The first one.
No, they ain't running that back.
No?
No.
Sean O'Malley believes and finally, let's talk about the trilogy no one saw coming. Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan. The UFC's already teasing it, and Merab is ready for the challenge. But don't expect this fight to be a walk in the park for either man. With both fighters hungry for gold, this is the showdown the bantamweight division has been waiting for. But will it happen this summer, or are we looking at a spring showdown instead? Only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, if Merab would have won and I go out there and beat Song, it's like I'm not really looking to, get a title shot after that. I would probably need one more. But yeah, I mean, I'm 1-0 against Peter. I did take him down, by the way. They didn't count the takedown. It was a beautiful takedown. I landed at the end of the first round. No one wants to talk about it, but it was a beautiful takedown. Well, yeah, it makes sense. There's a lot of fun fights. Umar versus Petr Yan is dude, if they make that fight, I'm not mad. That's a fucking sweet fight. I just think I go out there and finish Song. It's me and Peter at the White House. I don't understand what fight could be bigger. Umar and Peter, I think, is a big fight. I think it's a huge fight, but I don't think it's bigger than me versus Peter rematch for the belt at the White House. I don't think there's a bigger fight to make in the bantamweight division.
Yeah. But hold up, don't think we're done yet. Sean O'Malley is throwing a massive curveball into the mix. He doesn't think the UFC will book that third fight between Merab and Jan. O'Malley's not just talking trash, he's laying out his reasons, and it's shaking up the entire bantamweight division. Why is Jan avoiding him? O'Malley's got the answers, and he's not afraid to let everyone know why this is the fight to make. So what does this all mean? The lightweight division is in chaos. Arman Tsarukyan is stuck waiting, and the UFC seems to be playing favorites with stars like Paddy Pimblett. Meanwhile, the bantamweight division is about to explode with drama, and the trilogy no one saw coming is on the horizon. What will happen next? We're all waiting to see how this unfolds.
And Tim showed me this morning, he said, they asked like Peter if you would give me a rematch if I beat Song, whatever, and Peter goes, starts laughing, and every time Peter's been asked about me in a rematch, even before this, he's avoided it. I'm not saying Peter Yan's scared of me by any means.
He's dead.
But why? He says I'm not deserving or I'm not good enough or whatever. Wouldn't that be a great reason to defend the belt? Wouldn't you want to fight? So I fought Cheeto. Like, why wouldn't you want? He said Merab and Umar could rematch. There's that. I don't know. Me and Sai, yeah, I gotta go get through Song. No easy task.